What is one of the worst things about Cold War Zombies? In my opinion, one of the worst things about Cold War Zombies was the lack of atmosphere and immersion. And a big reason for that is the HUD as well as the in-game menu systems. These things showed up everywhere, the new crafting tables and arsenal stations, and even the good old-fashioned Pack-a-Punch had one. And when the game first came out, I was honestly pretty okay with them. After all, these mechanics were able to breathe new life into the Zombies franchise, so yeah, I was able to forgive some ugly UI. But now I have figured out the perfect solution. And by me, I mean Infinity Ward. 6 years ago. Beautiful people, allow me to introduce to you Infinite Warfare Zombies Boss Rush. Yeah, this mode where you can choose any boss fight from Infinite Warfare Zombies and just jump right in. First of all, Treyarch, why is this not in every single Zombies game? This would be amazing. Game mode aside, Infinity Ward needed to figure out how to give the player their perks and their weapons before they jumped into the boss fight. Now, they could have easily just come up with some menu UI and have some sort of create a class, but that might have been ugly. So instead, Infinity Ward geniusly put them into a game, into a playable play space, and hung up all of the weapons and hung up all of the perks for the players to choose from in-game. And all the player would need to do was run over to it, highlight it with their cursor, and it would outline in an outline and tell you how much it cost, and the player could purchase it. It was beautiful. This is exactly how Treyarch needs to implement the crafting table and the arsenal station in the future. Imagine the crafting table on the backboard of it. It's some sort of like pegboard or whatever. The physical bits of equipment are actually in-game hanging off of it, so you have frag grenades, semtex, and molotovs all hanging from that board. And then the next row down is all of your special grenades, and the next row down is all of your kill streaks. And all you need to do is highlight them with your cursor and then select them, and that's how you interact with it. You don't need this clunky UI that while you're in the middle of the zombie mode, you're trying to figure out how to navigate, and then sometimes you get stuck in it, and the armor system could work exactly the same way. You have different sets, different levels of armor that look physically different that again you outline and purchase and upgrade. If they ever decide to do weapon rarity again, all they need to do is have like one little aether wrench or aether tool, whatever it is, just hung up in that little arsenal station, and that's how you upgrade your weapon. It's a physical object. Or instead of physical objects, you could have blueprints or schematics hanging up on this crafting table like we've seen before, and that could represent the piece of equipment that you're buying. This one change has, I believe, a significant impact on the level of immersion and atmosphere zombie maps could have. You can even get creative with this and try to tell a little bit of environmental storytelling. Imagine you spawn in on the map and you go to the crafting table, but it's broken, meaning that there are fewer items that you can actually craft. This could bring back some map uniqueness. But also imagine there's some sort of secret compartment, or just because we're in a different location, the actual schematics or equipment on that crafting table is different. Maybe Mauer Toten is the only map that has the schematic or the blueprint for those little Gersh devices. Or maybe there's an Easter egg that opens up a secret compartment or a hidden drawer on the other maps to allow you to use these little Gersh devices. Either way, I think this is a brilliant idea, and I really hope that if the crafting table returns, this is more of what we get. So we gotta give our props to Infinity Ward on this one. And if you're curious about Infinite Warfare Zombies, be sure to check out that video, subscribe, join the Discord, and stay beautiful.